go. All right. All right, now we can put 3 fans here in the front as well. Then we can put the AI over here in the back after. Go ahead, get 3 more fans here. Got 1 more extra fan. We'll use that one for the AIO here. There you go. These front ones, we're gonna do intake as well. Let's see. There we go. Looks like you also put 140s here in the front. All right. 1 more fan to go. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. All right. We got 3 fans in now here in the front. Let's go ahead and route the cables here. Let's see how we can route these cables in the front here. I'll make them look all nice. Let's see. These come like little extenders or no? What do they do? But even then, Okay, I see. I see. What could be done here? It's actually a pretty long cable. So I'm gonna get one of these white. Actually, they're all black. I'll use black here. Zip ties. There we go. Zip tie there at the bottom. We can go ahead and route them through here. If not, I can just connect them here and here. Here. And this one. Is the only one that has to go through. There we go. Got this one in there. Now we just put these in here. Just like that. Perfect. See how it looks in the front here. You zip tie these two right here. So that's what I'm gonna do, just so it looks more clean. Nicer, cleaner look. What's up, Jen? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. There we go. Got the front fans here. Let's go ahead and get started with our AIO as well. Then we just need our power supply and our GPU. Put our GPU to the side here. We got our MSI Core Liquid A13 360 in white to go matching with the matcha and white theme of this build here. All right. Stuff in here, nope. We're going to be removing the default fans that the MSI board does come with. So we can go ahead and use our matcha height fan. Quick question. How much is the price of a 5080 and a 5090 for the Ramageddon? I believe a 5080 retail was probably like $1,000, and a 5090 was probably like, I think, 2,000. I'm correct. For sure, 5080 was $1,000. It was like $999. I think like 1,200 because the 4080 Supers were $999. If I'm not wrong. All right. Got these fans sticking out. Now we can put our own fans here. Kind of growing on me, the white and matcha look. Why are you laughing? Say hi to Maria, guys. All right, we need 3 more fans for this build here. One, two, 3. Actually, we just need 2 fans. We already had one on here. Down to the side. Two more screws, and then we got the AIO ready to go. Screw these in now. Experience like building a PC and like you break something when you were still learning. Um, trying to think. I don't think so. I think when I was first learning, I probably like snipped like a cable or something. Nothing too crazy. Like it still worked, but nothing too crazy. Probably when I was like snipping like um the zip ties and stuff. But nothing too crazy. I don't think I've ever broken anything while building. All right, go ahead and put this in our case here. Ah, let's see. I do need the screws for the case screws. Yep, perfect. Yeah, these are smaller than usual ones. Line it up just like that. Wait, do an X formation just to get all even sides here. There we go. There we go. Now let's go ahead and try to figure out where we're gonna route um our cables to here. Actually, we're just gonna go through here. Through the sides here. All right, let's go ahead and put our AIO up next. I don't think I need anything too crazy. Put some thermal paste on the CPU here. I'm gonna do my little X. There you go. In case of what your own PC specs as a PC builder. Uh, so my PC is not like the best. I mean, it works for me, like what I use it for. I have a Ryzen 5 3600, and then I have a 2060, 64 gigabytes of RAM, and yeah, pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. I mostly just play like when I do play, I don't really play on my computer as much anymore as I used to, but when I did play, I would just play Valorant, Fortnite, Call of Duty, stuff like that, and just competitive settings. So I wasn't going like 4K, 1440p settings either. So I would get like 240 FPS in Valorant, 240 FPS in Fortnite, my like 160, 180, maybe 200 on Call of Duty. But yeah, it worked for what I needed it to use it for. I didn't anything. I didn't need anything too crazy. I like competitive settings better too. I always wanted the most FPS when gaming in the game, so I would use competitive settings, which is pretty much everything on low settings in the game. All right, let me go ahead and zip tie this. Zip black here. What are your specs for your PC? There you go. Now I can work on the kill match in the back here for the van. There you go. Use this splitter here. Like this one. The front here at the bottom. Just like that. Connect all those other ones with the ones they gave us. Boxes here. All right. Connect this one. Now we got this one. How to get out of the loop, like wanting the best CPU and GPU. I just bought my PC a couple months ago. I didn't research about specs. I got 5070 and an i7-2700KF. There's a lot of people hating on the 5070, and they keep saying 970 XT is better, like this, like that. Um, to be honest, a lot of people keep also come in saying like the 5070 is better. But to be honest, from the test that I've done, I haven't noticed like a big difference. There probably is like a small like a difference between them, but just depends, like I said, like what you're gonna be using um the computer for. But with those specs, even then, you should still be receiving a good amount of FPS regardless. And you should be perfectly fine. Yeah, I never really got into upgrading my PC. I built it one time and then never really upgraded. I think the only thing I ever upgraded was probably the RAM. That's because I started doing like video editing and stuff, so you need a little bit more RAM just to make it run a little better. I could have gotten a better CPU as well, render faster, but I just stick with getting a little bit a better RAM. Never went too crazy with it. All right, let me do the kill managing here. All right, got those cables there. Now we just need to keep going up here. The more zip ties, the better. Let's get everything nice and tight here with our zip ties. Thanks. My setup is not complete yet. Still having same for monitor. Currently using like a 15-year-old monitor. That's not bad. Hey, you gotta start somewhere, you know. Sorry for like the spring sales. Spring sales should be coming soon. Pretty sure. Get like a at least like a one like 144 hertz monitor to start off with. Then like save up, or if you're really saving up, get like a 240, or even now that they have like those like 360 hertz monitors. Those are pretty nice too. But I don't know how much a monitor is running. Honestly, I've had my 240 hertz monitor forever, and I think I got that on sale as well. I got it for like $180 probably. like back then. It's still running good. Haven't had any issues with it. All right, last thing to do now is power supply, and then GPU. Oh, I need a power supply. I like these AMD cards a lot better, like the look, but I'm more of a Nvidia guy. But I always like the look of Nvidia cards better. Like they're nice black, grayish color, more compact. Kind of like the Founders Edition of like Nvidia cards. Um, I mean Europe, so it's more expensive compared to US. Oh damn. Yeah, there's even then everything's super expensive regardless. Let me open up these straps here. Huh? Yeah, that's cool. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. What is better, a curve or flat monitor? I'm learning coding and a little bit of like Black Desert. To be honest, I've had both. I had both types of monitors, and I prefer the curve monitors. I don't know why. It's just I feel like I don't know. Like you have, it makes it easier on the eyes. If that makes sense. A flat monitor is just like so basic. You'll see more like the borders on a flat monitor, unless you get like a no bezel on flat monitor. But I like the curve monitors more, to be honest, compared to like not a flat one. Because I've had both. I had a 144 hertz monitor that was curved, and I preferred it over the 240 hertz flat monitor just because it was curved. You can feel the difference, but I think it's just preference, to be honest. I know a lot of people that like the the flat monitors over the curve. Me personally, I like the curved ones better. right. You go ahead. Put our power supply in. We're doing the 850 watt. For your first PC, did you buy it already built or did you build it yourself? Oh, this is the SFX one? No, we can't use this one. That was a regular one. Here. Yeah, this case is coming out pretty good. We just need the power supply now. And then once you put the power supply in, we go ahead and turn on the PC. But these Mantra fans are pretty are not. I mean, they're going on me, but it goes well with the case. They match exactly the case color. Sometimes when companies trying to match the case color and the case fans, they're kind of like off by a little bit, like you're able to tell. But these actually look identical to the case color of the. I mean, the color of the case. So it flows pretty nice. I used to like RGB a lot, but then I kind of grew out of it. Like I like these standard fans better than your RGB fans. Yeah, I guess how you wanted to go a different direction in the type of case they were building. In my opinion, I think the white one I would like the white one better than the this matcha one, because I don't really like this matcha color, but it's growing on me. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you. Is that flagged on there? We did? I haven't even said anything though. All right, I believe we're gonna be needing two CPUs. Let me just double check. Yep, two CPU, 124 pin, and two PCIe for the GPU. Usually we use turbo high power, but these AMD GPUs use PCIe still. All right, we got our 24 pin, our CPU, our CPU, one PCIe, one more PCIe. Perfect. Put the rest in the bag here. Pretty much too afraid to build it on my own. Makes sense. To be honest, there's a lot of videos on YouTube how to build it. The cool thing is everything is pretty much the same. So like I've never built in this case in particular, but they're all pretty much the same. Once you build one, pretty much build any of them. They'll have the same standard. Same steps pretty much when building them. And you can always read the manual too. And actually the manuals on your case typically are pretty informative. They're not like manuals like when you get like a drawer from like IKEA. That should tell you exactly what piece does what. All right. Let's go ahead and put our power supply in. Our power supply screws here. All right. So it looks like it's gonna go in just like that from the top. Nice. I thought it would be a tighter fit, to be honest, with all the cables, but there's a pretty good chunk of space up here. Yeah, the cables don't even hit the case. Nothing like that. They give you a good amount of space to work up there. You're right. Well, I plan to change from air cooler to water cooler for aesthetic. Nice. What AIO are you looking to change to? You get a little bit better temps as well too with the AIO. CPU here. CPU. Got another CPU here. What else do we need? PCIe. Let's see how we do this. PCIe ones. Can't run from the bottom here. It's just route from the top. I think we just route it from the top. Actually, we just route it from the bottom. It's just that this USB 3.0 is in the way. Just remove that for a little bit. All right. I'm gonna grab this cable here with zip tie. Like that. I'm gonna route one more PCIe here. Looks like there's not much slack to these. We're gonna have to put it under here. Like that. Let's see. If this works better. Yeah, it's gonna have to be like that. All right. I think Liquid Freeze 3. Yeah, I heard that one. I heard that one's probably the best cooler as temperature wise. From what I heard. All right. This one we're also gonna route it the same way. Crowner. All right. All right. Let's see, I can. Put under this fan cable here. Perfect. Almost done. Just this PCIe and then this 24 pin. That's the only thing I would say about this case here is that it doesn't really have places to route the cables for the fan and then places to route the cables for like PCIe and stuff like that. Typically the newer cases now, they have like specific places where you can route the cables to. So you want to have this the issues of where you route the cables and stuff. That's one thing I would say if they could change would be that. All right. Go ahead and just zip tie these really quick. Then we're going to put our 24 pin in as well. Just like that. Perfect. Put the panels here in the back. You guys can see the whole case with the panels and everything. Put the back panel. There you go. Back panels in. Front panel. I like a speaker type. There you go. Front panel as well. There you go. There's your build there. Go ahead and plug it in, turn it on, get the RGB from the cooler because the other fans are your standard fans. Nice. What about those aftermarket white cables with lights? Is that safe or is it better to stick with the original one cables? No, those are pretty good. Just make sure you get it from like a good reputable company. And you should be fine. You're talking about like the Lean Lee ones? Oh yeah, those are really good. We use them all the time here. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the PC. Make sure I connect everything correctly. The power is on. Really nice build. It's different. It is way different. The glass panel and everything like that. Design of the case, the way it stands, the way it's shaped, different from your regular standard cases now that everybody's making. What do you guys think about the case? You guys like it? I still think it looked better in a black or a white case. The matcha still didn't. It was growing on me, but not my not my favorite. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the build. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Again, if you guys don't want to know the name of the case, is the new High X50, X50 up, the High X50. They do have that, I believe, in black, white, pink, and the matcha color as well. I like the design of the case. I just don't like the color of this one. Yeah, it's pretty nice. You have to see like the inside of it like that. Yeah, but hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We should be having another stream on Friday, so stay on the lookout for that. Comment, like, subscribe, make sure to turn notifications on so you guys know when we do go live. Yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. It's gonna be the end of the stream.